and justice for all. We have a new young lady with us tonight. Samantha, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Perkovich.
Here.
Mr. Tiedemann.
Here.
Mr. Varga.
Here.
Mr. Cicero.
Here.
Mr. Cook.
Here.
Mr. Haddon.
Here.
Mr. Snow.
Here. We'll be entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes of the September 10th meeting.
So moved. Second.
Samantha, call the roll.
Mr. Perkovich.
Yes.
Mr. Tiedemann.
Yes.
Mr. Varga.
Yes.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Cook.
Yes.
Mr. Haddon.
Yes.
Mr. Snow.
Yes. We have one public hearing this evening. The format we follow for public hearings is we allow the applicant an opportunity to tell us what they want to do in a particular location. Then those wishing to speak in favor are afforded a similar opportunity. Then those wishing to speak against are given an opportunity to speak against. So with that in mind, conditional use permit to allow limited retail activities at 8600 East Avenue. Is that applicant here? Larry, do you see him?
Yes, I do. Mr. Brown? You're unmuted.
Okay, Mr. Brown, tell us what you'd like to do at that location. Or not?
Mr. Brown?
Larry, is he unmuted?
He is unmuted. Hello, Mr. Brown?
Why don't we move on? We'll come back to him. Under new business, miscellaneous review of a transfer of a conditional use permit at 7471 Tyler Boulevard. Is that applicant here, Larry?
That applicant is not here.
Nice. We'll go back to Mr. Brown.
We have a call-in user number 2. I'm going to unmute them.
Can you guys hear us? We're on a cell phone now.
Can you hear me?
They've got to turn their microphone on.
We can hear you, but there's an echo. Is more than one of you, do you have your audio on? Who's speaking?
This is Michael Gadd.
Okay, we cannot barely hear you. Michael Gatto?
Yeah, this is Michael Gatto. I'm here with Alan.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll go back to number 1.
All right, Alan, come here.
Tell us what you want to do, Mr. Gatto.
Alan, come here. Hold on, guys.
That's okay.
Don't go far.
We want to rent that building to do our retail sales, which will be about 15% of our total business. Our business has changed over the years. We're now more turning into an internet company, and we want to expand our internet sales. The building would be used for warehousing, custom framing, and that's about it. And we'd have a few customers maybe come in for a sale by appointment only. We sold our building on Center Street, and this will be our new location.
I have a question. I have a question for the administration. Who keeps track of the 15%?
Well, we can certainly request that documentation.
Okay. So it would fall on us.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
At your previous location, you used to have openings for artists and meet and greets for artists and
We're not going to do
shows.
that anymore. I only have one full-time employee right now and 2 part-time employees. We're not bringing artists over there.
Okay, so you're not going to do any of that other stuff. Okay, thank you.
the business has changed. We've gone, I'm 82 years old. I'm going to be 83 next year. So I'm simplifying my business. Basically, simplifying it. My wife and I are the only employees there. And we have one employee plus who does framing. It's a totally different type of operation than what I have here.
Okay.
So let me ask you this. Mr. Varga had a question about the open houses, that type of thing. Would you be willing to stipulate or put a condition in as no open houses?
Yes, I would be willing to
Okay,
tell you
okay.
that we will not have open houses and artisan.
So that would be a fourth
We
condition.
just do internet sales.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Yeah, a motion to approve with 4 conditions? Oh, I think somebody,
Wait, I forgot. Is anybody else wishing to speak in favor?
Mr.
Anybody
Chairman, I know we're having a little trouble with technology this evening, but we never actually had the public hearing on this. We talked to the administration, we talked to the person, we just need to verify that there is nobody here to have that wishes to speak out from the public.
Is anybody wishing to speak? Larry, do you have anybody?
The only person I have is Mr. Osborne, and I don't know if he wants to speak or not. I'll unmute him now.
Yes,
Mr.
hi.
Osborne?
Yes, hi. How are you?
good.
Good.
Yeah, I'd like to speak in favor of Mr. Brown moving over to East Avenue. And I've been helping him, with the transition, and I think it's a great location for him.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll close the public portion.
Okay, well, we've had our discussion. I would propose to approve with 4 conditions.
Just a moment, can we clarify who the last speaker was before we take that?
It's Rick Osborne.
He didn't tell us which Rick Osborne. I know of 3.
Oh,
Hi, Rick Osborne Jr.
Thank you, Mr. Osborne Jr.
No problem.
Go ahead.
okay. So I propose to approve this with 4 conditions. The 4th condition being that there'll be no open houses or artist shows, in the evening or at any time.
Samantha, would you call the roll, please?
Second.
Mr. Perkovich?
Yes.
Mr. Tiedemann?
Yes.
Mr. Varga?
Yes.
Mr. Cicero?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Hadden?
Yes.
Mr. Snow?
Yes. Under new business, miscellaneous review of transfer of conditional use permit at 7471 Tyler Boulevard. Is that applicant here?
I do not see that applicant here, Mr. Chairman. Unless Mr. Osborne speaking on their behalf also.
Mr. Osborne, are you speaking?
No, I am not. I was just there for Mr. Brown.
Okay. Since that applicant's not here.
Motion to
entertain a
table?
motion to table it. On the table.
Motion to table?
Second.
Samantha?
Mr. Perkovich?
Yes.
Mr. Tiedemann?
Yes.
Mr. Varga?
Yes.
Mr. Cicero?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Hadden?
Yes.
Mr. Snow?
Yes. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
You don't have-
8 minutes.